All right, so now that we finish up the last day, right, we had our sales, we updated our inventory, we deposited the money to the bank. So now it's officially the next day. It is Tuesday, June 18th, all right? And the first thing that we had here is we end up receiving our coffees, okay? Since we received our coffee, what does that mean? What does that mean when we received our coffees?
You have to pay your COD.
In this case, that's one of the transactions, yes.
Go to your purchase orders.
Purchase orders, okay. So purchase orders right here, right? Our only purchase order that we have open here is this one right here for a total of $166.25. There you go, it matches. So this was invoice number 320. Okay. Good. What's next?
Add it to our inventory.
Okay, so do you want to do that through the journal first, or do you want to do that through the inventory worksheet first?
Journal.
Okay, perfect. So how are we going to add to our inventory?
The regular coffee is account 12020, and the Supreme Coffee account is 12040.
Good. So here you go. I end up looking up a previous one that we've purchased, right, where we've got the regular coffee and the Supreme Coffee. So what I can do here is, and that's what you can do too, is once you locate it, you can just copy and paste this entire transaction into the the section down below in your journal. Okay, so again, that's the beauty of technology, is you can take shortcuts. So here's a shortcut you can take, right, and paste it. There you go. Because this is the similar, but the only difference is the account, like the invoice are different and the amounts are different. Okay, but in this case, the accounts are all the same, right? You still gotta have a regular coffee and a Supreme Coffee, right? And you have your bill to be accounts payable, okay? And here, Atlas Coffee Importers invoice, right? The difference here is the invoice, right? This is invoice number 320. They still give us the same terms, 1% 15 net 30, okay? So there you go. That's the only minor change I had there, which you can modify, right? Because we're using technology. You can modify anything at any given time, right? But the only difference here is how much you're going to put in each account. How much regular coffee did I buy? $170, and then I got $196.25, which, right, should equal to $366.25. Okay. Now, question to you is, do you want to do the freight at the same time so we can just journalize everything or record everything in our inventory worksheet at once? Or do you just want to pause for now, go to the ledger, go to the inventory worksheet, and then come back and do the shipping? What do you guys want to do? You want to do these two transactions at once? Okay. So, of course, the regular coffee and the Supreme coffee, right? They were delivered to us through Freight which we had to pay the shipping for. Okay, from Atlas Coffee's Importers. Okay, so this was invoice number 516. Okay, invoice number 516. COD, but this time this was for $64.50. So in this case, my check number is also going to change because I need to cut a check, right? Do I have any cash on hand right now?
No.
No. So in this case, let's go ahead and write a check. To, who are we writing this out to? Freight Okay, so Freight for $64.50 using check number 1518. Okay. Go. Okay. Now, if my freight was for $64.50, how much is going to go to my regular coffee and how much is going to go to my Supreme coffee? Divided by 2. So in this case, right, 64.50 divided by 2 gives me $32.25. So that should give me my grand total of the $64.50. Okay. All right. Now that my journal's done, my check has been written. Where do I need to go now?
Inventory.
You want to go straight to inventory? You want to go straight to inventory? Or do you rather do the ledger first?
Finish the ledger.
Let's finish the ledger first, okay? Rule of thumb, you should, so you don't end up forgetting to update your ledger at the end. So in this case, let's go do our ledger first. So first things with first, we got to go to our regular coffee. All right, we're already here. Okay. It's the 18. We purchased 125 pounds of regular coffee, right? Which gave us a total of 170. Okay. Since we are already here and we're going to do these two transactions at the same time, I'm going to go ahead and put in my freight costs in there as well so I can be done with the ledger. For $32.25. So that means your ending balance in your inventory should give us a total of $386.25. Okay. Fill in your Supreme coffee here. So 618, right? We purchased 125 pounds of Supreme coffee for $170. 96.25. Okay. You should have a grand total of $425.60 worth of Supreme coffee. Okay. Accounts payable, right? I received a bill. What was it? Okay, invoice number 320, which increased your liability by $366.25. So what's my new ending balance in my accounts payable account?
$13,662.65.
Good. Last but not least, I need to update my checking account here. For $64.50. So what's my new total ending balance in my checking account? So I got 611 and 36. Okay. Now that I finished my ledger, you can go ahead and go to your inventory worksheet, but I'm going to go to my subsidiary ledger because I should be recording my bills that I obtained. Okay. So, first bill I have here is for my vendor for the Atlas coffee. Right? I purchased 125 pounds regular coffee and 125 pounds of Supreme coffee. Invoice number 320. Okay. I'm still on the 6th journal. What were the terms that I was given?
Wasn't it the same 1%, 15, and net 30?
Let's check my. Yes, 1%, 15 at 30. So what is my discount due date and what's my actual due date?
I got July 3rd.
Good. And when is it actually due?
July.
July 18th. Okay. For how much? $366.25. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and copy this formula all the way down here so then I can see what bills I owe. So in this case, I owe another $366.25. So in grand total, I owe Atlas Coffee $728.75. Okay, between those two bills. I also need to update Freightline because I encountered them for the shipment of the coffee. All right, this will have proof that I received the coffee. Okay. What was the invoice number? Okay, right. I wrote check number 1518, which paid this bill here, right? It was COD, which is cash on delivery, for $64.50. And I already wrote the check out for the $64.50 using check number 1518. So I owe nothing to Freightline. Okay. So now we can go ahead and enter in our values into our inventory worksheet. Okay. Starting with regular coffee, it is the 18 now. Okay. And we purchase 125 pounds. At what unit price?
$1.36.
$1.36. So that should give me a purchase price of $170, which we know from our bill. Okay. We had $32.25 of freight. So that's what's my total cost going to be here?
204.25.
Let's do it again.
Oh, I put 172.
Oh, okay. 202.25. Okay. So let's add up our values to get our total goods available. Okay. So in this case, I started with 115 plus 125. I don't know what you're calculating. Oh, are you calculating the cost per item? Okay. You should have a total of 240 pounds. Okay. If I have 184 and I'm going to add my 202.25, right? That should give you total 386.25. So here I get 1.60938. Okay. So in this case, I'm going to hide this because that's what I don't care about anymore because I'm doing average costing. I'm adding up my values together. So I have a total of 240 pounds available to sell, costing me a grand total of 286.25. And where can I find to match this? If I go to my ledger for the regular coffee, it should give me 386.25, which means I did this correctly. I added everything correctly. Okay. Okay. Supreme coffee. It is the 18. We got 125 pounds. At what unit price?
157.
$1.57, which should give me, right, a total of $196.25, which we know, plus $32.25 freight, gives me a total cost of $228.5. Okay. Now in this case, we're using FIFO, so I need to calculate my cost per item. Good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry this value into my inventory on hand, saying that I have 125 pounds costing me $1.0828, okay, which gives me a grand total of the 22850. Okay, so 22850. So right now I should have $425.60 in my inventory for Supreme Coffee. And do I have that? In this case, yes, I do. I have $425.60. Okay? All right. So that means we did our accounting good. Okay? Therefore, we updated our inventory. We have our journal done, our ledger, subsidiary ledger, and our inventory worksheet. So that means we are completely done with this transaction. Okay? So let's see what happened next. Here, I want to submit another purchase order number 170308 to All Things Ceramics for another 80 ceramic coffee mugs, which right now cost $2.46 per unit, giving me a total cost of $196.80. Okay. So, once again, what do I do with this purchase order?
purchase orders?
That's correct, right? We don't journalize it, but we should put a note on it. So 618, right? We are purchasing from All Things Ceramics, okay? We are buying mugs, right? If you want to be specific, you could say 80 mugs, okay? So I can change that to 80 mugs, okay? How much are those mugs going to cost me? $196.80. Okay. Okay. Then Albert submits another order. Okay, he submits another order for the corner bookstore. Okay, the corner bookstore wants to order, okay, 10 pounds of regular coffee, 10 pounds of supreme coffee, and of course he wants to order 5 ceramic coffee mugs, giving a grand total of $97.75. You're going to charge him $30 worth of shipping. Estimated total is going to be $127.75. Okay. What do we do with the sales order?
Put it into commissions expense.
We're going to put it into commissions because right now it's a potential order, right? We're not going to send it out until the 20th. So in this case, right, we're going to go ahead and put this under Albert's commissions for the corner bookstore. For $127.75. $127.75. Okay. All right, we're also going to do another purchase order to Atlas Coffee Importers, right? We're going to order another 250 pounds coffee for $370. Okay, straightforward. Pop this into your purchase order. So it's the 18 to Atlas Coffee Importers for 250 pounds of coffee for $370. Last but not least, let's go ahead and wrap up today with the last with Tuesday's sales here. So, right, let's see. We definitely do not have enough space for the sales. Let's see, sales. No, we don't have enough space. So in this case, what do we do when we don't have enough space? Most cases, I never want you to ever split a transaction in half. The reason for that being is because, again, that could look like you're having a fraudulent charge right there, right? Where you're splitting it up, and then on top of that, it's going to be difficult for you to run your debits equaling your credits formula, right? Just because it's on multiple pages. And same thing if you actually were writing this down on paper, right? If you were writing down on paper, you're going to have to flip back and forth between the pages, and that's actually not super efficient. So before, what's going to happen is, since I'm at the end of this page here, I am going to insert that line because this is a lot of space for a transaction to go into, okay? So I'm going to draw a line between the date all the way out to the bottom of the credit column here, okay? And that's what I want to do because I don't want anybody to put in a transaction. They could put multiple transactions in this section right here. So this is a preventative measure for you to protect your books. And when you do send it to other people, you can protect the sheet itself, or you can lock the pages so it's a read-only file. Okay? And if then they plan to print it out and try to write something in there, no, they can't do that. Okay? So that means we're going to be entering in this sales for page 7 of the journal. Okay? So in this case, we've seen this before. We've seen what it's like to journalize a sale. So what am I going to be recognizing in my journal? What am I going to be recognizing?
Check-ins.
Checking. Okay, what else?
The sales discount.
Good. Okay. Like I've mentioned before, we have technology, so we can feel free to copy and paste the transaction here. Okay. What other item am I missing this time that I actually sold?
The mugs.
Right, we have the sales for the ceramic coffee mugs. Okay, let's use our chart of accounts to find out what account number that is. Sales. Okay. Sales for the ceramic coffee mugs, account number 4100. Or 4150, I think. Okay. And of course, we have to put in sales tax. Okay. All right. So, first things first, going down the list here, what was the total amount of cash that I collected from the sale?
807.27.
807.27. Okay. How much was my discount for?
18644.
Okay. What was my medium regular coffees? How much should I sell my medium regular coffees for?
161.19.
Okay. My large regular coffees?
236.21.
My medium supreme coffees?
206.67.
206.67. My large supreme coffee? Ceramic coffee mugs?
41.94.
And last but not least, my sales tax.
61.52.
61.52. And before I move on, just making sure I didn't make any typos here, I'm going to test Do my total debits equal my total credit? So I got $993.71 on the left, $993.71 on the right. So therefore, good. No typos. Okay. Now that I journalized everything, right? This was still a grand opening sales 20% discount. That's straightforward. Okay. So what do we do next?
Go through the ledger.
All right, we can go through every single account and update all the ledger accounts. Starting with checking. It was some in-store sales. We started a new general journal. Okay. How much cash did we collect? $807.27, giving us a grand ending balance total of
$14.18.63.
good. Good. Okay. Next is my sales discount. Sales discount. So I'm going to go to my revenues. Okay, there you go, sales discount. All right, it was a grand opening, 20% discount. New general journal page 7 for a total of 186.44. 186.44. So that gives me my account balance to be right, it's going to be my previous balance plus any debits, in this case $186.44, minus the empty credit in that same row. Okay. So what is my total ending balance? $358.71. Good. Next is going to be my sales for medium regular coffee. Okay, so that should be here. Okay, medium regular coffee. Okay. How many cups did I sell for the medium regular coffee? We sold 81 cups. Okay. For a total of 161.19. So in this case, what's my ending balance in my medium regular coffee cups? Okay. So in this case, this formula here is, we're going to be on the credit side because it's a sale, right? Normal credit balance. You can take your previous balance of 157.21, all right? You're going to add your credits of 161.19, and then you're going to subtract your empty column on the debit side on the far left. Okay? So what is my ending balance in my medium supreme coffee? $318.47. 0.4 or 40 cents. Whoops. Okay. That should be good. Oop, no, that's too much. Okay. My large regular coffee. Okay, how many cups of my large regular coffee did I sell? We sold 79 cups. Okay. Okay, for a total of 236.21. So therefore, what should be my ending balance in my large regular coffee cups? 44551. Good. We also sold medium supreme coffees. Okay, how many cups did we sell? We sold 83 cups. Okay. For a total of 206.67. Right, which will give me an ending balance to be 408.36. 408.36. Okay. We also sold large supreme coffees. How many cups did we sell? I think we sold 82. Yes, we sold 82 of the large supreme coffee cups. Okay. And let's see, for a total of 286.18. 286.18. Okay. Which should give me an ending balance of 579.34. Okay. We also sold ceramic coffee mugs. How many mugs did we sell? Let's see. We got the regular supreme. Here is the ceramic coffee mug, right? Because we also sell to our wholesalers. Okay. So, how many cups did we sell? How many mugs did we sell? We sold a total of 6 mugs. Okay. Journal number 7 for a total of $41.94. $41.94. Okay. Last but not least, we have some sales tax that we collected from our customers. So, sales tax. Okay, here it is, sales tax. we collected $61.52. So what is going to be my ending balance in my sales tax account? $118.37. Okay. So good. So we updated our journal. We updated our ledger. We already said that there's no need for the subsidiary ledger. Okay. Let's go ahead and deposit the money into our checking account so we don't forget. Okay, so in this case, deposits, right? How much money did we collect overall in grand total? Okay. 807.27. And we're gonna assume this is the end of the day, which it is. As I mentioned to you guys, sales are gonna be always done at the very end of the day. So therefore, we are going to submit $807.27 into my checking account. Okay. So then, next we have here is we now need to update our inventory. Okay. Because we end up using 15 pounds of regular coffee and 15.5 pounds of supreme coffee. Okay. Okay, so we used 15 pounds of regular coffee. At what cost per item? At what cost per item?
160?
160. 1.67. 1.36? How did you get 1.36? Okay. It should be 1.60938, right? Because we had to take our average cost because we're doing moving average, right? Where we took $386.25 and divided by 240, right? To get our average cost per item to be $1.60938. Now, as I remember, I told you guys, right? This is what we've been practicing throughout the entire time, right? Leave the cost per item for the inventory to be unrounded. You only solve for the rounded amount when you solve for the cost of goods sold, because in this case, you can't charge your customers, right? X amount of, you can't charge them half a penny, or you can't cost you half a penny, right? You didn't pay half a penny for this. So in this case, you need to round your cost of goods sold to be your, you need to round your cost of goods sold to the nearest penny, okay? So in this case, how much is it going to cost me if I used 15 pounds at $1.60938? $24.14. So let's go ahead and update my inventory because I no longer have 240 pounds left, right? I end up using 15. So therefore, I should be left with 225 pounds left. Right? All right. What about my total cost? If I started with $386.25 and I end up using $24.14, how much should I be ending my inventory with? 362.11. Okay, so that's what we calculate in our inventory worksheet. We won't find out if that's accurate or not until we plug it into our ledger. Okay, So there we go. We used 15 pounds, which cost me $24.14. Okay. Let's go ahead and also solve for this. Now, in this case, we also sold another 15.5 pounds of my Supreme coffee, right? I used 15.5 pounds, okay, to serve the coffee. So in this case, right, if we're using the rules of FIFO, which batch are we going to be using at first? We're using FIFO. Which batch came first?
The 1.8.
The 1.80. Good. Okay? So in this case, how much is it going to cost me to use 15.5 pounds?
$27.90.
The same thing, right? You could have just looked right above and said, well, it was $27.80. Okay? So in this case, I'm going to update my inventory now because I no longer have 109.5 pounds anymore, right? 109.5. I used 15.5. Okay, so I'm at 197.10 minus another 27.90 should give you, right, 169.20, right? But if you add that together with the second batch of inventory, you should have a grand total of 397.70. Okay? So it cost me $27.90 to use up 15.5 pounds. So let's go ahead and journalize this so we can update my ledger. Okay? Okay? So in this case, right, I need to do this right here, right? To reflect the amount of coffee that I used for my sales. Okay? Now, question to you. What about my ceramic coffee mugs? Right? I sold 6 of them. Why am I not recording that in my journal? Why am I not recording that I sold 6 coffee mugs? Say that again? Can you speak a little louder?
Update inventory.
Because it's periodic.
Because it's periodic inventory. Excellent. Okay. All right. So because it's periodic inventory, we don't calculate how much we sell until the end of the accounting period. So excellent. Right there is an example why we don't even care to keep track of it. We only care to keep the coffees that we sell because that's perpetual inventory. So good. Excellent. In this case, good. Now that I have my cost of goods sold, right? For my regular coffee, it cost me $24.14. Okay? For my Supreme coffee, it cost me $27.90. So that's exactly what I need to do is 24.14 for my regular, 27.90 for my Supreme. Okay? And I have in-store use. So let's go ahead and update our ledgers here. Okay, so we have cost of goods sold first. Cost of goods sold for regular coffee. How many pounds did I use? 15 pounds. So we're in General Journal 7 here, which cost me $24.14. So in this case, what is my grand total ending balance in my cost of goods sold for my regular coffee account? $40.14. Good. Okay. What was the cost of goods sold for my Supreme coffee? So in this case, how many pounds did I use? I used 15 and a half, right? For $27.90. So in this case, what is my ending balance in my cost of goods sold Supreme coffee account? 55.80, right? So let's go ahead and update my inventory. Okay, starting with my regular coffee. I end up using 15 pounds, which cost me $24.14. Which gave me an ending balance of $362.11. Which, does that match my inventory worksheet? Yes, it does, because that's what I calculated it to be, $362.11. Okay. For my Supreme coffee, I end up using 15 and a half pounds. Which cost me $27.90, which gives me an ending balance of $397.70. And does that match my inventory worksheet? Yes, it does. Okay, $397.70. Again, the account balances reflect whatever total amounts you have in that account. So in this case, yes, I match my inventory worksheet with my ledger. Okay. Any questions so far?
Nope.
Okay. So we're going to stop here. Okay. We're going to start a brand new day the next day. All right. So other than that, that is all I have for you today. Okay.